guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Big Sky Diamond Painting, and this is going to be my first video, an intro and just a walkthrough of all the diamond paintings that I've completed so far. As you can see, this is a framed diamond painting that we've got here. This was not my first painting, but it's a Mother's Day present that I completed for my mother-in-law. And it is a black cat that looks a lot like her cat. I got it off AliExpress. I don't remember the store, but I am going to put that in the description. So if you're interested in this painting, you can definitely find that information in the description. And this frame is a custom frame from American Frames. I think it was Stitcherista that did a video on framing, and I took her advice and got this custom frame, and I was really happy with it. It was definitely more expensive than the painting, but my mother-in-law absolutely loved this gift for Mother's Day, so I am really happy with how it turned out. And the reason I'm just showing you this one first, I'm trying to go mostly in order for the rest of them, but I'm showing you this one first just so I can get it out of the way since this one is framed. Alrighty, so this right here is just like a makeshift portfolio I used with some, actually the cardboard that I had from American Frame. And sorry for moving you around there. Alright, so this is the first painting that I did. Right here, this one I got from Amazon. I picked this one because it came in a pair of paintings. It's a round, I think 30 by 40. Yeah, 30 by 40. And it's just a sunset. It came in a pair with my third painting, which is this one. I just got the two of them. But I did this one first because I just really liked the sunset look on it, and I got it from Amazon because it would take 2 days, and I just really wanted to try diamond painting. Now, even the 2 days Amazon Prime shipping wasn't enough, so I also went to Walmart and got this Leisure Arts one, which is the Leisure Arts with the diamond dots. And this one, the design size is 32 by 32, and this is just a pot of succulents. I'm a little bit of a plant nerd, which you'll get to know about me throughout the hopefully long life of my channel. So I love succulents. They're one of my favorite types of plants. So I just loved this one, and I love the dots on the back. And so I finished this one a little bit after this one, but I started it before. So this was the second diamond painting that I finished, and this one was the first. And I really like this one. It's from the Infelling production, and I really wish they had an AliExpress store because I'd love to get more from them. But this was a really good first experience, I feel like, for ordering online for diamond paintings because it was really good quality. They came with 4 placers on the other end of their pens, which I haven't seen from any of the other places I've ordered from yet, but was like a really nice intro to multi-placers. I do use 3 placers now just because they're more common and they stand up a little better. Like the 4 placers I've noticed get like the little divots in them from use. Like they mold to the diamonds and they wear out faster. And I haven't had that problem with the 3 placers, but they were still like a really good intro to multi-placers. So I feel like if you're wanting to use multi-placers, a 4-placer is kind of a good place to do it if 3 placers isn't quite good enough for you, but you have trouble with the bigger ones. Okay, so we'll put those 2 away. This is the third one that I did, and it's another lighthouse. It came in the pair with the first lighthouse, and I also love this one. It's not quite as bright as the first one, but it turned out really good. For a 30 by 40 painting, I think it came out really nice. And just ignore the washi tape on the edge. I can't stand even the tiniest little bit of sticky, so I always put washi tape unless it's like just like so small that you can't even like stick your hand on it. Anyway, you know, there's not a lot of detail if you get up close, but you don't even have to step that far back from it. So through the viewfinder, you're going to see how nice this really looks. And I'm probably not going to keep this, even though I love how it looks. And I mean, look how sparkly that is. It just, this really is one that showcases the rounds. Every time I look at it, I'm just like, wow, round diamonds are really super sparkly. So I just love this one. Now, this next one's another one I got from Amazon. I have to flip it over. This one, I cannot remember where I got it. This was my first one that did not have DMC numbers on it, which was a disappointment, because I already had figured out like my storage and everything, and like, yeah, you're thinking, oh, fourth painting, you've already got that all figured out. But yeah, I figured out my extra diamond storage and everything pretty quickly because of Facebook groups, which probably shouldn't surprise most of you. And you know how fast we get addicted to this craft. But this one didn't have DMC, well, actually, no, it did have DMC numbers, but they were very poorly printed. So on this one, I actually messaged the seller to be like, hey, do you have like a list separately? And they didn't, so they sent me a whole nother kit. So I actually have a second one of this whole kit just lying around waiting to be finished or given away or something. And that one didn't have any DMC numbers. It was just like a New Frog kit where it just has the numbers and they're all like just labeled with the kit number. But anyway, this one, the painting was a lot more, like the original image was a lot more detailed. I still think this turned out gorgeous, but not as nice as the original picture. And I think it's because it only had 21 colors. My first few paintings had, let's see, I think this one had 39 colors. And then the sunset one had 37. So you can see like huge difference in detail just by the number of colors, even though this one is bigger. So I think that if they had just added like 10 more colors even to this painting, it would have been a lot more beautiful. That said, this was really good practice for a multi-placer. So if you are new and you want something kind of like manageable, this one's 45 by 35. This was not a bad one to learn how to use a multi-placer because it does have some nice blocks of color to learn how to use that multi-placer. And because of the blocks of color, this one did go fairly fast. This one is also a round. It did not have dummy circles, which at the time I did not even know were called dummy circles, but I was also a little bit annoyed by that. But I got through it okay. And like I said, it went pretty fast with a multi-placer. And I do like how it turned out. I love the yellow orangey irises with the purple, you know, background. But that's what I really drew me to this painting, was the yellow irises and how bright it was. So this one, not sure if I'm keeping. If someone, like one of my friends wanted it, I would definitely give it to them. But I might find somewhere to put it. I don't know. We have kind of a small house because I live with my partner's parents, and we basically just have one room, so that's like what we would decorate. And you know, there's not a lot of place to put art, so a lot of these just live in the folder. And I just keep a, you know, a folder on my Facebook page that's like, hey guys, if you want this, let me know and you can have it. But yeah, I really liked this one. Okay, so the next one is another Amazon one, and if I didn't say, I got the irises from Amazon too. Okay, so this one came from Amazon from one of those KOTW whatever store 4-packs, and it was all Aurora Borealis. And I like how this one turned out also. This one was kind of like I bought it because I had a bunch of stuff on the way from AliExpress, but it hadn't got here yet. And I just needed something to do. And our local stores haven't been restocking the leisure arts stuff, so I didn't have anything to buy locally that I really liked. So enter the Amazon Prime 4-pack. I finished this one as one of my AliExpress orders with 4 paintings, and it came in. So this was my last Amazon one that I completed. Like I said, I love how it turned out. Working on it, not as great, because this was the first one I ever did that had like the kind of greasy glue, and sometimes the glue would not be sticky enough to pull the drill off the pen, which I hated. But you know, it is what it is. It turned out really good. I'm gonna be doing the other ones in the 4-pack eventually. They're just in my stash until then. And I mean, I love Aurora Borealis scenes. I'm a northern girl. I'm from northern New York. I live in Montana now. You know, I don't get to see it a lot because we're not that far north, but it is something that I've always loved and been fascinated by. So again, definitely happy with this one. And I think it turned out good for another 30 by 40. So this next one is my first AliExpress painting. This is a square. I do not remember which store it's from, but I will, again, put that in the description. I won't buy from this store again because popping drills galore. I can say pretty much everything else good about it, but as my first experience with squares, it wasn't great. Thank goodness this was a small painting. Definitely was worried I was going to run out of drills on this one. Thank goodness I didn't. This one is a present for my younger sister. I had her look at these like little bug-eyed cartoon cats and say, okay, which ones do you like? And she picked this picture with the 4 cats, and I'm like just pressing on here because I can still feel some of the drills sticking out, and it's driving me crazy. But you know, it is what it is, as I like to say. Some of you who are therapists or have been in therapy will be able to tell that I also am a year's veteran of therapy because I say it is what it is a lot. Anyway, I like how this one turned out. It's cute. I did have to, you can see the little eyeballs there. I had to do a little tweaking on the eyeballs because at this particular size, 30 by 30, they were not looking good on the 2 smaller cats, so I just did some tweaking to make them look okay. If I did another one of these, and I love this whole series of the buggy-eyed cartoon cats. I have loved them actually since the artist like first started selling this art on Etsy. And I actually have some of her originals. I don't know if I'm pretty sure she's not contracting her art to AliExpress or anything, so I know it's technically stolen, but I feel like I'm giving her my money anyway, so I am bullshit justifying it to myself, so please don't at me about it. Anyway, if anyone knows like a good quality square diamond store that has the whole series or at least a lot of these paintings, please leave a comment, because I love these, like all of these, and I'm hesitant to buy more now because this store that did have quite a few is, you know, popping drills galore, and I don't necessarily like the look of rounds for these ones. You know, I'm I'm going to test it on a round and see if I can stand it, but the ones I've seen, I'm not super crazy about. But anyway, this is for my sister. I'm going to frame it and send it to her for, oh gosh, probably her birthday next month. But yeah, it did turn out pretty good despite the popping drills, but it won't be so much of an issue once it's behind glass. All right, so I started another painting from that company, the same one as the cat, but there were missing drills, so that one didn't get finished. The next ones that got finished were these three, which are all partials. These are from AliExpress as well, and again, I don't remember what store, but I will tell you. I did this one first because it has these little tiny pearls, which I will bring up to the camera so that you can see. You see those little tiny pearls? Are those not the cutest? Those little tiny white pearls. I'm kind of obsessed now with the pearls, but these are just little mandalas. They're 25 by 25, which you can like read right there, but this is just a blue one, well, I guess a blue-green one, and then another blue one. And this one actually had little teardrop pearls that you can see right there and there in different colors, which I thought was kind of awesome as well. But yeah, I love all three of these. Those are going to get framed as well, maybe hung in a trio, I don't know. This one I saw on Ella's channel, I think it was Ella. I saw her unbox this one. I don't know. I probably am mixing everyone up, and I'm really sorry. I'm pretty new to diamond painting. I just started in February, and I started watching YouTube channels even after that. So this one's, if I get your name wrong and like misremember who unboxed stuff, I'm really sorry. Anyway, this one I got because, I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. It's got, you know, little AB gems and these little tiny ones, which were such a pain in the butt to place. But it turned out gorgeous. And I just love it. Another partial, another one from AliExpress. I'll link this one. Again, I'm going to link all of them. You know, you can really see in the painting, and I don't know if you can see it from up there, but when I was doing it, the two purples, there are two different colors of purple, of the little regular rhinestones, you can't really tell that they're different, but from a distance you can actually tell that they were different colors, so it turned out really nice. And I just love these partials because they go so quickly and they turn out so nice. You know, partials aren't my favorite, but they really look good in the end. And I think that's what's important. So, you know, I do not discriminate against people or diamond paintings. We'll put it that way. You'll probably hear more about the not discriminating thing because that's actually like a really big thing for me. Like, I'm really big in social justice and stuff like that. I volunteer locally. You'll get sick of it, but you know, whatever. You can, you know, don't let the door hit your butt on the way out. All right, so this is the second one that I did from that seller, that my first AliExpress arriving order. It wasn't the first one I ordered, but you know how AliExpress is. So this obviously is a Lisa Frank design. If you know anything about Lisa Frank, you know this is Hunter. And I finished this one pretty fast. However, we were missing just like a few little bits of this color here. So I had to wait a month or whatever for them to send me more. And of course, in classic AliExpress fashion, they sent me the entire amount that I needed, which was like 10 bags. So now I've got a ton of 966, I think 996 of this color. So yay. But they're not, I mean, they're not great drills. Again, these were popping all over the place because the drills are not uniform in size. However, I am going to frame this one. It's a 30 by 45. It's just, I think I have like an 18 by 20 frame. I don't remember. Whatever size it is, I've got a frame for it, and I'm going to put it in the frame, and then I'll worry less about drills popping out. But I mean, like, it turned out really good, and it's shiny, and I like how it looks as a square. And I have a ton of other Lisa Franks in my stash to work on, so, you know, I'm decently happy with it. Okay, so next up is a tiny one that I did at work because I was bored. I usually knit or crochet at work, but I thought, I have these tiny little 15 by 20 paintings that I ordered a bunch of, so I'll take one to work. So this is from Yuha store, Y-U-H-A, I think. They have a bunch of these like watercolor silhouettes of Disney stuff on AliExpress, and I ordered like 7 of them my first go. Should not have done that, but they were like $3 and something. So I was like, okay, you know, I'll just order a bunch of them. So I picked all the ones I wanted. Should have done a test run, because talk about popping drills. The drills are a nightmare. The only reason I'm going to keep finishing these is because they are so small. And then I'm going to coat and probably frame them, because again, they're small. I can probably find like a frame, but like, I mean, I'm just pushing down on these. When I picked this up this morning to bring it up here to do this video, like one of, I don't know, a drill like down here just popped out right in my hand, and I was like, really? So only rounds in the future from this store, because Yuhua, Y-U-H-U-A, sorry. Anyway, I like the painting, and I do already have some more on order from them, actually, because I have a friend at work, and I work in a call center, so sometimes we do get downtime between calls. I have a friend at work that really is into Snoopy, and he thought, you know, maybe he'd be interested in trying this, so I ordered some of these little ones, because there were a couple others I wanted. There was a Pokemon one with Blastoise, or as me and my partner like to call him, Blastoise. That's a joke from Penny Arcade. If you get it, you're awesome. And also I got Bulbasaur because he's my favorite, because he's plants. And I think I got one other one. But anyway, I ordered rounds because I'm not going to order square again from this place. Because terrible, just awful. Okay, so this next one, I also saw this one unboxed on YouTube. You've seen it everywhere if you watch YouTube videos. I got this one because, again, it's got the little tiny pearls. It's got little white ones and little indigo ones, which you can see. I mean, they're beautiful. And then it's got these big honkin' special gems that, you know, are the eyes to the peacock feather. But I mean, just look at that. Look how beautiful that is. I love this painting. This is mine. This is staying with me. I might frame this one to have it at work. But I'm not sure yet, because I'm hesitant with how it'll look behind glass with all the dimension. Another thing that really impresses me about this one is a lot of times with the partials, there's a lot of extra glue. This one doesn't have a lot of extra sticky. So I'm really impressed with that too. This one I did at work also, which was really nice to have it, because it just happened that I had it at work on a day when we had a full 8 hours of downtime. And it was not a fun day. You'd think, oh, you work at a call center, downtime should be great because it means you don't have to work. Actually, what it means is you sit at your desk and they tell you, be ready for the phones to come back up. So you're just sitting there with nothing to do. They do try to find you other stuff, like we had a team meeting and some other stuff, but it was not actually that great. And then in our business, they tell us that it takes a full day for every hour that we're down to recover. So we just recovered at the end of last week. So, you know, I am glad that that's over, and I'm praying it doesn't happen again for a long time. You know, technology stuff's going to happen, but I actually really hate to do that to our customers. And I work with medical providers, so, you know, sometimes someone's life could be on the line. So, you know, there it is. All right, this next one is actually the very first painting that I ever put an order in from AliExpress on. Excuse me. And it was not the first one that arrived. I think something happened with the mail during the Chinese New Year, because it shipped out, even though I ordered it during the Chinese New Year. It shipped out during the New Year, and I never got it. So I let it time out. Excuse me again. I let it time out, and then I sent a message to the seller, Glymig store on AliExpress, and they messaged me back, oh no, let us send you a new one. So they did, and it got here pretty quickly. So look at this. This is the full rhinestone tiger from Glymig store. I believe they also sell this on Wish some places. And I've also seen this particular painting, you know, without the full rhinestones, and also like in special rhinestones where it's just like some lines, but it's not like a full drill. It's just partial. But I saw this in a Facebook group, a diamond painting Facebook group that I joined like the first week I started diamond painting, and I had to have it. It is beautiful. It's the most beautiful full rhinestone painting that I've ever seen. I mean, just look at that. Look at how shiny it is. They got the perfect color mix. I mean, it looks, you can see the colors, you can see the definition. I should say that these blacks down here are just 310. They're not, you know, they are opaque, I should say. So they are regular 310 rhinestones, but it was the perfect way to finish off this painting, I feel, using the actual 310s. And this one I'm also keeping for me. Don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Actually, I may give it to my mother-in-law because she really likes paintings. But as long as it's in our house and I can still admire it, I'm okay with that. Okay, so this is the one that I just finished last night. And it is Caramel Tide Pools from Dreamer Designs. And let me see if I can bring it up just a little to get the whole thing in the picture. Yes, okay. So, I have mixed feelings on this one. I got this back when Dreamer Designs had their BOGO for Easter. And it was the one I wasn't sure about. The other three I did get three. I got two, you know, buy one, get ones. The other three I got were all the Van Gogh style ones. I got Grumpy Cat, I got the Corgis, and I think I got the two Moonlight, like the two cats. And, you know, those I'm really looking forward to, but they're kind of like, I'm not excited about them, they're in my stash, you know, like, I'm going to do them eventually, but, you know, I know it's going to be a lot of confetti and blah, blah, blah. So, I wanted to do a Dreamer Design because I was like, I need to do a square that isn't going to kill me. Because, you know, I did a couple squares for gifts. I'll show you. There's actually, and sorry for the aside, before I did the cat that I showed you at the very beginning for my mother-in-law, I also did like a spiral rainbow tie-dye for that friend at work I was telling you about, that I have already given him, so I cannot show you in this video, but I will post a picture, you know, somewhere in here or whatever, depending on if I figure out how to do the editing. But anyway, those were both okay, but not like incredible. So I was like, okay, well, everyone's talking about how good the drills are in Dreamer Designs, so I'll do this. And then, you know, I like beach scenes. I like ocean scenes. You could tell from the first two diamond paintings that I got from Amazon, those two lighthouse scenes with the sunset and the ocean. So I ordered Caramel Tide Pools. I really liked the original painting. That original image was beautiful. I don't hate how this turned out. I think it's beautiful. It's shiny, you know, it sparkles. Sorry about that. It seems like we cut off. All right, so in real life, this looks kind of nice. This whole thing actually looks pretty good through the viewfinder, but it's just not what I wanted, you know. Anyway, that is Carmel Tide Pools. All right, and then we just have a work in progress. So this is one of those little fluffy cats I was telling you about. This is what it's going to look like finished. Super cute. It's from that same company that I was telling you about with the popping drills. After working on a Dreamer Designs, it's already driving me crazy. Here you can see the part that I'm doing. I'm going to do a whole video on this later, but as you can see, I do checkerboard with a 3-placer. So it's just like regular checkerboard with a 1-placer, but you do it in your little 3-placer and you lay it down, and that helps a little bit, keeping everything even, avoiding the gapping, all that kind of stuff. You know, so it works pretty good. I'm excited to have this one finished. It should take not very long. I mean, I started this last night and I've already gotten this far. There's only going to be 9 sections. That's how I do it. When there's opaque paper, I cut it into sections, and I think it's going to turn out pretty cute. And again, I'll frame that one. And then after that, I'll just have one more left from this company, which is going to be a Maleficent stained glass that is a Mandy Manzano that, again, I ordered before I knew that she licensed her stuff to Diamond Art Club. And, you know, whatever. I'll show you all that stuff when I do my stash video. But anyway, that is the end of my intro and finished diamond painting video. Again, I am Big Sky Diamond Painting. My name's Bronwyn, also known as Big Sky Diamond Painting. And I hope to see you soon. Have a